we are going to create program in Kite editor. This is Kite editor. I open this editor. Now in this screen, this is Kite text editor. We are going to type a C program, simple interest, and we are going to see how to take the output. For that, in first line, we are inserting comment. The first line, program to calculate simple interest. Okay, now first line is hash include stdio.h standard input output.h file. This is header file that we are including in our program, and this hash is called preprocessor directive, and this include is keyword. Okay, and this is standard input output header file that we are including because we are going to use inbuilt function, and these functions are defined in this header file, that is standard input output. Now next is to define main function, and remember that main is the first user defined function in our C program. Okay, so this is main function. Then we are creating scope of main, opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket. Okay, now let's continue. So here in this program, since we want to calculate simple interest, we need few input and output variables. So variable is what? A name that you give to a location to store any value. Okay, you are reserving a location to store any value, whether it is input or output. So for example, here for simple interest, we are creating variable like int p comma r comma n comma I. So p, that is principal amount, rate of interest, number of years, and this is interest I. Okay, so all this we have defined as integer data type. This is keyword to create data type of integer. Okay, so integer keyword. Okay, and these are data types p, r, n. So this p, r, n, 3 are for input, and I, that is to for interest. So this is for output. Okay, so we have created 4 data types, 4 variables here to store values. Now p, r, n, these 3 values we want to get from user. Okay, who is using our program. So for that we are taking values from the user. So we are going to give statement. So this statement printf enter value of p. So in first screen user will get this text so that he will come to know what he is supposed to do. Okay, so he will enter some value which is stored in p, and printf is inbuilt function which is used to give formatted output. This is called formatted output because whatever we write in this form, printf, then parenthesis, inside this parenthesis in between 2 double quotes, whatever we write, it is displayed as it is in output screen. So this is called formatted output. Then semicolon. Semicolon is to complete a C statement. Okay, then now for example, now user has given some value in and we want to store it in p. For that, scanf function is there. Scanf reads value, okay, and store it in a variable. So there are 2 parts. Scanf function has 2 arguments, first and comma second. So in first part there is format specification. So if format specification depends on data type that you have used for that variable. So data type here is integer. So format specification is %d, and the value that is given by user, where do you want to store it? So for that we are supposed to write here that variable name that we have created, that is p. So but before that we are supposed to use ampersand sign, which works as pointer. Okay, so it is pointing towards location P, and whatever value, for example, if user is entering 5,000, then that 5,000 will be read by scanf function and it will be stored in P. Same way for R and N, we are taking value from the user. So we are copying this and we are making changes. Okay, so these are these printf scanf statements to take values of P, R, and N and store it in appropriate variable. Now it is time to create function, that is I is equal to P into R into N divided by 100. Okay, this is user defined function. We have created this function to calculate simple interest, and here I am taking this into bracket parenthesis because we want this result first, that is P into R into N. Then the amount we want to divide by 100. So whatever we want to calculate first, that we are supposed to put in parenthesis. Now some value is stored in I. Now to get it in on output screen, again printf interest amount is okay. So this interest amount is will be uh, visible as it is, and then what value you want to show there. So after this quote is over, comma, and then variable that holds that value that we are supposed to write. Okay, then semicolon, then return 0. That is to this statement we are writing to exit the main block. Okay, so this is our program. Now it's time to save it. So file, save. This is file. I clicked on file. Then I'm going to select save option. So save, I am saving this file with interest.c. Now we are going to take the output. Okay, on your screen you can see that this is terminal, and in terminal we are writing name of program before that GCC command. GCC, that is for compilation, interest.c. Okay, you can see that there is no error. That means your program is compiled successfully. Now to take output, dot /a dot out. Okay, this is to get the output, that is period sign /a dot out. Now it is asking user to enter some value, for example 7,000. 7,000 I have given. Now rate of interest, for example, say for example 12, that is 12%, and number of years, for example 6, and press enter. Now it is showing the output. Interest amount is 5040. Okay, now this is how we can take the output of a program.